Hey everybody, it's Jim. I'm back with a all new weekend grabs and reviews video. Show you some of the things I've picked up. It has been very dry for me recently. It's hard to find anything out there that I really want to get. I've got a lot of upgrades in this update for you that I've had the DVD, but I went to the Blu-ray. But let's jump into it with, I've got a lot of Funkos, but I just want to show you 4 of them that I really am glad I got. So with the closing of Toys R Us, we got the Flocked Jeffries, which is a Toys R Us exclusive. It's going to be really interesting to see what they start doing with all the Funkos that are exclusive for the Toys R Us outlets. I don't know where these will actually be picked up. I don't know if maybe Target will pick these up or who's going to be picking up all the exclusives that are in line to go to Toys R Us. But this one's really cool. You can see he's actually flocked. So I love that one. This one I had to get. I don't think this one will ever be worth anything, but it's the Will Ferrell, more cowbell character from the Saturday Night Live line. Speaking of Will Ferrell, I guess he was in an accident where the SUV he was riding in actually rolled on the interstate. So, wishing him a speedy recovery. So you got that one. Also got this from the Funko store, which I love. This is the Lucky the Leprechaun. It's a glow-in-the-dark limited edition from the Funko shop. One of the Add Icon line. That one's really cool. And then lastly, like I said, I picked up quite a few Funkos, which I need to streamline that. I need to start getting rid of some of these. I've got, they're everywhere right now, so I need to stop collecting so many of them and back off a little bit. But this is the Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2. This is the SECC convention piece, Yondu. And that is really nice looking. So those are just 4 of the Funkos that I picked up. I've got a couple of stacks of movies that I picked up. This one I thought I had. I was coming out here in the man cave to get it so I could watch it, and I couldn't find it. So I looked, and evidently I never had it. So I picked this up, strangely, and I'm actually watching it right now. This is with Dee Snider. It's a great movie. If you're into kind of kidnapping slasher type movie, this is really good. Dee Snider really plays that up well. Very creepy indeed. Then I picked up this one. It's the 35th anniversary of Youre the Hunter from the Future. And this is Reb Brown. And if you know Reb Brown, he played Captain America in one of the early attempts to do Captain America. And this is just a horrible movie. But I just had to get it. And if you can, I don't know if you can pick this up here, but Reb has a terrible wig on throughout the whole movie. And I mean, in some of the scenes you just expect it to be cocked sideways on his head because it is just so bad. But I had to pick it up because it's got the nice slip. It's that's a throwback, pretty good. Then we got Rendell Dark Vengeance. This is a French superhero movie. I believe it was French. Yeah, I feel like it was French. I don't remember off the top of my head right now. But it was okay. The storyline is a little bit lacking. You kind of understand why he's a superhero, but you don't understand how he actually learned to fight and all that, because his persona in the movie doesn't make you believe that he's going to be that great of a fighter. But this was a fun one to check out. If they do it too, I'd definitely check it out as well. The character itself is just totally badass. I just love the way he looks. But like I said, nice slip, kind of embossed there, so kind of stands out. It's really cool. I picked up Aftermath, super cheap with the slip. Haven't watched this one yet. This is pretty much about an air traffic controller that causes a plane to collide with another plane. And Arnold Schwarzenegger is just a devastated husband/father that is trying to get answers. And it's just how these two lives intermix. And it looks like it's really intense. It's not an action movie. It's more of a drama. But I'm looking forward to checking that one out. Then I picked up, this is an upgrade for me, I picked up E.T. on Blu-ray. I didn't have this one on Blu-ray, so I thought it was about time. Geostorm, I finally got that. It's been like $22 at Best Buy since it first came out, and it finally came out with a deal for like 2 for $20. So I picked Geostorm up and the Rush Hour trilogy. So I picked those up, both of them, for $20. And it's really weird because I'm sitting here watching Geostorm, and there's a scene where they're escaping the space station. They're getting into the shuttles to evacuate because the space station is going to explode. And there's a guy that's getting on one of the shuttles. He wasn't in the entire movie. He's just an extra that just showed up really quick. He looks just like me. I'll put it up here just so you can see it, but it really freaked me out. But it was a pretty good disaster movie. And then, of course, Rush Hour. You can't go wrong with Rush Hour. I mean, this is a great movie all the way around. And I don't know that I really like the Mondo artwork. I've never been a big fan of those. But the collection comes on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 discs. So you've got the 3 movies, you've got the bonus disc, and then you got the special features on this other one. So not a bad collection for $10. Like I said, I'm not super thrilled with the artwork, but for $10, who's going to complain? I got Valerian. This was just so cheap, I had to check it out. I had no desire to see this in the theaters, but I went ahead and picked it up. I watched it. It was good for a watch. I mean, I think that it was supposed to be some huge blockbuster that was just going to be, crazy successful, which it was not. But it was okay for a watch. It's just about these 2 kids that are trying to pretty much save all the planets from a dark overlord, of course. It was all right. Then I finally picked up Jackie Chan and the Foreigner. This is a great movie. This was about Jackie Chan. His daughter gets killed in an explosion, and he goes to Pierce Brosnan, and he feels like Pierce knows who did the bombing because Pierce used to be involved in the IRA. And so Jackie, unbeknownst to anybody, he just seems like a little old Chinese guy, and nobody really gives him much thought. But Jackie, of course, is, military, and he knows about explosives, and he knows how to fight, and he knows weapons and everything. So he just keeps pretty much bulldogging until he gets the answers and find out who was behind the bombing that killed his daughter. It was a really good movie. I look for a part 2 for this, and I hope they get it. I don't know how successful this one was at the box office or how it did with the movie sales, but I hope they do a part 2 because I thought it was really good. Atomic Blonde, everybody knows about this. I finally picked this up on the cheap with the nice slip. It's an okay movie. It reminds me a lot of, I guess Red Sparrow reminds me a lot of Atomic Blonde. I never saw that either. Fences with Denzel Washington. This is directed by Denzel, and this is just like deep, deep dialogue. It's about an overbearing father that, he runs the house with an iron fist, and his son can't get up underneath him. And it's just, it reminds me of a Quentin Tarantino movie because sometimes the dialogue between 2 characters would just go on for a long, long time. It's almost just like you're sitting back in a lawn chair at a cookout and just watching these people interact. It's a really good story, very heartfelt, very sad ending. But if you haven't seen this and you're a fan of Denzel Washington, you would definitely like this movie. Then I picked up Annabelle with the slip. It's kind of funky right here. I don't know what all this is. It looks horrible. So I'm on the lookout for another slip to replace that. But that's the original Annabelle. I picked up Braven this week. This guy, Joe Braven, that's his character, Jason Momoa. He's going down to close down the family cabin. He takes his father. His father's struggling with a little bit of dementia. And they go up there just to spend some time together. And unbeknownst to them, somebody has used their cabin to store some drugs. Well, they come to pick up their drugs, and Joe and his dad and his little girl are there. So what happens is Joe has to defend his family against these drug dealers. Pretty good movie. Set in a wintry scene. I really like that. It was really good. A lot of intense scenes. And the bad guy is, oh my gosh, what is his name? Dermot McDillon? Something like that. I've seen him in a million things. He plays such a bad guy in this movie. I really, really want to hate him. And the father in this, Jason Momoa's dad, is played by Stephen Lang, which I absolutely love too. I picked up Fast Times at Ridgemont High on Blu-ray. Didn't have it. This is part of the Universal 100th anniversary. It's got the nice pop-out cover on the slipcase. Picked up Wonder. It's a wonder I bought this on 4K because this type of movie doesn't lend itself well to the 4K. I mean, really, who cares? But it was so cheap. It was used so cheap, and it was in such good shape. I just had to pick it up. I've yet to watch this one. My folks and my wife actually watched this and said it was pretty good, so I'll check it out at some point, but I just picked it up because it was so dirt cheap. Here's a struggle. Ex Machina, Ex Machina, Ex Macarona. Who knows what this movie is actually called? Haven't checked it out yet. Super cheap, with the nice slip. I've heard things about it, kind of artsy. I've heard things like it was really good. I've heard things like you can skip it. I'll definitely check it out and see, but pick that up. Another upgrade was Animal House on Blu-ray. Another 100th anniversary for Universal. The nice pop-out cover on the slip. Happy Death Day. This was really good. And it's Groundhog Day, done horror style. This girl, she keeps waking up every day, and for a few times that she wakes up, it's just like she's having deja vu, and then eventually she figures out that she's reliving every day. And so every day she kind of remembers more and more about how to solve her murder. So if she can solve her murder, maybe all this will go away and she can start living her life back to normal. It was really good. It kept you guessing who was actually the killer in this one right up to the very end. I would definitely say, if you're a fan of scary type movies like that, with a little bit of comedy, definitely check this one out. Another upgrade for me was Saving Private Ryan on Blu-ray with the slip. This is the Sapphire series. I'm still looking for Braveheart with the slipcover on this series. I just like the looks of that. Another one I haven't seen yet is the American Made with Tom Cruise with the nice slip. I haven't heard anything about this. I don't think I know anybody that's ever even seen this movie. If you saw it and liked it, leave a comment below. But it's just about a guy that's just a pilot that's running drugs, I think, and then the CIA catches on to him and says, okay, now you're going to work for us. You're undercover. But it looks pretty good. Tom Cruise, how can you go wrong with that? And this one I've got, I don't even know. I think I probably have 5 different versions of this movie. But when I saw this, I had to pick it up. So it's Deadpool riding a unicorn. This is on Blu-ray. I never even knew this was available. I just turned around and saw it on the shelf. I haven't even opened the movie yet. It's actually the same slipcover as all the others, but I had to get that. How can you not have that in your collection, right? Then we got Mom and Dad on Blu-ray with the nice slip. It's got Selma Blair, Nicolas Cage play a mom and dad that someday all the parents in the world just decide that the thing to do is going to be to murder your kid. So that's what happens. All the mothers and fathers in this community start, getting their hands on their kids and doing away with them. And the kids, the little boy and little girl, figure out that their mom and dad's trying to kill them in this one, and so they're trying to get away. And the girl's boyfriend kind of helps them, and it ends very oddly, like the movie's supposed to still go on. I don't want to spoil it for you, but it really stops in an odd place. I don't think I've ever seen a movie end like this. So hopefully there's a part 2 coming for this, but Nicolas Cage is a wild-eyed, crazy man in this thing. Definitely worth checking this out just to watch his character. Then we got Victor Crawley. This is another Adam Green movie. This goes on with, I'm forgetting the name of the series right now. Oh my gosh, what is the name of that series? I can't even remember. But anyway, this one was actually pretty good. This was a funny one, along with some great kill scenes in it. There's some disastrous murder scenes in this, so definitely worth checking out. Hatchet, that's what it is. The Hatchet series. I think this is number 4, but definitely check that one out. Then I've got Blade of the Immortal. This is Takashi Miike's, if I pronounce that correctly. This is his 100th film. And this guy right here, he's immortal. You can't kill him because he was cursed to live forever. And so he decides that he's going to help this little girl over here. She's in some hot water. But it's just really great fight scenes in this. There's that in the back cover. But the fight scenes and the story is just excellent in this. Excellent. Like I said, this is his 100th film. He did like 13 Assassins and other movies like that. But nice steelbook. It's a beautiful movie. Beautifully filmed. Awesome. Then an old one that I I just had a hankering to see it. This is Time After Time. This is with Malcolm McDowell. And it's pretty much H.G. Wells. Malcolm McDowell plays H.G. Wells. And he's trying to stop Jack the Ripper that gets transported to modern times. It's a really good movie. Very well acted. There's Malcolm McDowell. But if you haven't seen this, it's definitely one to check out. Like I say, it's an oldie, but definitely a goodie. The Young Ones. And I've seen this a long time ago, but it's been a while since I've seen it, so I really can't remember. All I remember is the water is the hot commodity. Everything's really dry, and this has got Michael Shannon, Nicholas Hoult, Ellie Fanning. Nicholas Hoult is from like the Mad Max, and he's been in a ton of stuff. But Michael Shannon, I love Michael Shannon. He plays the father in this. But I definitely look forward to rewatching that because I remember liking it, but I really don't remember too much about it. That's the odd thing. I'll definitely look forward to checking that one out. Then from Eureka, I picked up the Buster Keaton collection. It's got 3 movies and a booklet, 4 items total in this box. This has got Sherlock Jr., The General, and Steamboat Bill Jr. Nice hard box. Really cool. So we've got a really cool booklet that talks about Buster Keaton and the special features. The special features on these movies, it's just amazing how sad Buster Keaton actually was, but also how smart and fearless he was, because all these stunts that he did were just amazing. There's Sherlock Holmes Jr., Steamboat Bill Jr., and then we have The General, the Civil War epic. These are awesome, awesome movies. If you're a fan of silent films, you know, you've got Buster Keaton and, of course, Charlie Chaplin. How can you go wrong? These are definitely 3 to check out. These are probably his most famous. But I will warn you, these are from Eureka, this release right here, and these are Region B. So you need to have a region-free player in order to watch these. But definitely one of my favorite sets that I've got. And last but not least, from Epic Pictures is Terrifier. This is the pick of the litter, people. If you like scary clowns, if you like slasher movies, you better check this out. This is by far one of the best horror movies I've seen in a long, long time. Definitely check this out. The title of it actually says, here's the inside, the front of it actually says, makes Pennywise look like Krusty. And that ain't no lie. The more he kills and gets blood on his costume, the creepier he gets. This is definitely, check out the trailer for this. This is absolutely the best slasher horror movie I've seen in a long, long time. Very good. Hats off to you guys. You did great. But anyway, that's all I've got there. I did have one more thing to say, guys. I know it's been a while since I posted a video. I apologize for that. But I just feel like the competition out on YouTube, there's so many people that do this type of thing and so many people that do it so much better than I do that I think I'm probably going to stop doing videos. I'm still going to be on Instagram and I'll post some cool stuff when I get it once in a while. But I think I'm done for a while. Like I say, there's a lot more people with a lot more talent out there that can do these types of things. I love showing off my collections. I like showing you guys great movies that I picked up. I like showing you duds that I picked up. But it's just not that much interest in my videos anymore. But it's been fun. Thanks everybody that's ever subscribed or watched. I really do appreciate it. But for now, I'm going to sign off. And maybe we'll see you later. But for right now, I gots to go. Because that's all I got for you.